I want to talk about clarity. I want to talk about clarity. And the next couple of days, I started yesterday talking about the laws of success and life lessons. For the next 30 days, I'll be having a live every day, 11 o'clock UK time. And I'll be talking about the laws of success, laws of life, law of secrets of success. And for the next for the next 30 days till January 31st. So every day I'll be having a live broadcast, and I'm going to leave the video here for you to watch. They're going to be short clips, but they're going to make an impact on your life. I'm talking about clarity today. What is clarity? Clarity is the ability to see where you're headed. Clarity is the ability to see in what direction or in which direction you are headed. Clarity. First, clarity is the ability to see in what direction you're headed. If you don't have clarity, you cannot be successful. You have to see the direction in which you're headed. Without direction, you're doomed. You're doomed to failure. Without direction, you need direction, so you need clarity. Clarity is the ability to see in what direction you're headed with your life, with your goals, with your dream. Clarity. Having clarity is the key to success. So clarity is the ability to see where you're headed. Where are you headed? Where are you headed? With what you're doing right now, with your dream, with your goals, with your plans, where you headed, with your relationship, with your job, with your business, with your career, where are you headed? Do you have clarity? Some of you have no idea whatsoever what you're doing with your life. You're just stumbling around in the dark. You need to have clarity. You need to know where you're headed. Where are you headed? That's clarity. Clarity is having a general idea of where you're headed. This is where I'm going. And when you know where you're going, you turn yourself and everything about you and focus your attention in that direction. That is clarity. You know exactly this is where I'm headed. And you move in that direction. It is like several decades ago, before I started writing, I had this chaotic, this turbulent moment in my life when I had no idea in what direction to go. I had no idea what to do. And I went to the time of studying and reading books and praying and meditating and thinking. And it dawned on me. Clarity. It dawned on me. Write this book. Write a particular book. I'd written books before then, but I just had clarity. I had an epiphany. And the epiphany, it was just clear. Write a particular book. And I wrote that particular book. It was so clear to me. Right. And I wrote that particular book, and that book became a bestseller. It became a bestseller. I had an epiphany. That was clarity. That was clarity. Knowing what direction you should go with your life. And from that book onwards, things changed in my life. Things just changed. Because clarity is the ability to see in what direction you're headed or you should be going with your life. Now, clarity is also knowing the next step for you to take. What is the next step for you to take? You know, many of you have this great idea, you have this dream, this great thing you want to achieve, accomplish, manifest, birth. And it's so big that you don't know where to start from. Clarity shows you the very next step for you to take. The very next step. What is the next step? The visible step, the obvious step before you take that step. You may say, oh, this step is so small. I should see like 5, 4, 6 steps ahead. No, one step is enough. Start with that step. Make a phone call, send an email, have a conversation, have lunch with somebody and have a conversation. One step is enough. Just that one step is enough. One step is enough. So clarity is knowing how to move from point A to point B, knowing what step to take. The very next step. That's clarity. That's clarity. You have this general idea that I'm going east, but how do you go east? Okay, so you take the first step and you take the next step and you take the next step. That is how you move. That's clarity. Some of you you're paralyzed. You're paralyzed by fear. You're paralyzed by the fear of the unknown. Let me tell you something. Success is always out of your comfort zone. Success lies in the realm of the unknown, the things you've never felt before, people you've never met, places you've never been. Success lies in the unknown. So for you to be successful, you have to step out of your comfort zone into the unknown, and you just don't rush into the unknown. You have to go step by step because you've never been there before, so you have no idea. So you have to go step by step. You have to go step by step. Don't let the unknown, don't be paralyzed by the unknown. No, don't be paralyzed. Clarity is knowing that I'm going east. So you know I'm going east. Then clarity is also knowing this is the next step for me to take. Just one step, one step, one step. It's not knowing all the steps to take. No, just the very next step. Don't be paralyzed by fear. You have to move out of your comfort zone if you want to be successful. Success will make you uncomfortable because your brain has been programmed through evolution to protect you. Your brain always wants to protect you. The human brain wants to protect you. So your brain always fights against any idea that tries to move you out of comfort and safety and protection. Your brain just tells you that, listen, this is a dangerous idea. Your brain tells you this is a dangerous idea. You want to kill yourself. No, you're going to go broke. You're going to go bankrupt. You have no roof over your head. You might even die on that journey. Your brain just comes up with all kinds of thoughts because your brain has evolved to protect you. And in trying to protect you, your brain holds you in bondage to your comfort zone. That is what your brain does. That is why you get scared when you have an idea to do something you've never done, go to places you've never been, speak to people you've never spoken to, try something you've never done. Your brain automatically fights the idea, not because your brain is stupid or foolish. No, your brain has evolved to protect you. Your brain is just trying to protect you. Self-preservation is the first law of survival. The first law of survival is self-preservation. So your brain tries to protect you. So when you try to get out of your comfort zone, your brain will fight against you and tell you, no, stop that crazy thing. Don't think about that crazy idea. It's crazy. Don't do it. You might fail. You might lose all your money. You might probably even get killed. Don't do it. That's your brain. However, you have to break out of your comfort zone if you want to be successful. So clarity is knowing the next step to take out of that comfort zone, the very next step, not all the steps, just the very next step. Is it a phone call? Is it to drive around to that part of the city that you've never been? One time I wanted to relocate to out of my country to another country. So there were so many things happening. So the idea that came to me, I got on a plane and I went to the country. Simple. I got on a plane and I went to the country because I can't be in my country thinking, oh, how will things work here? How will things work? No, I went to that country to go and see what was there. I got on a plane and I went there. And I spent some days moving around and checking things out. You have to make that move. What is the next move in front of you, before you? You have to step out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is a zone of death. That comfort zone is a zone of failure. You have to get out of that comfort zone, and clarity gives you the very next step to take. So what is the next step for me to take? Always ask yourself that question. What is the next step for me to take? What is the next step for me to take? And when you take that step, and you take some action and you accomplish something with that next step, the very next step will open up to you. That is how it gets done. That is the secret to success. It's clarity. It's having direction, knowing the very next step for you to take. It is not knowing the whole journey. No. You can see the whole journey, but you might not know what step to take through the whole journey. So clarity shows you the very next step to take. And don't be scared. Take that next step. Take it. Take that next step. Make that phone call. Send that email. Have a conversation, a difficult conversation. Talk to somebody. Call people. Do something. Do something. Clarity moves you from where you are. Step by step by step by step until you get to your destination. Somebody asked Aristotle, the philosopher in ancient Greece, asked him a question. He said, Aristotle, how do I get to Mount Olympus from where I am? Aristotle looked at the person and said, if you want to get to Mount Olympus, you have to take one step after the other. It's simplistic, right? Just take one step after the other. Just one step after the other. That's how you get to Mount Olympus. You don't get to Mount Olympus by jumping from point A to Z. No, it's one step after the other, and it's rigorous. Sometimes it's boring, but you go through that process. You go through process. I'll be talking about process in the next 30 days. We'll be talking about a lot of things, giving you keys and for success, life lessons for success. In the next 30 days, I'll be giving you life lessons on success. Because there is something inside of you I want you to unleash, I want you to manifest, I want you to release, I want you to become all that you're capable of becoming. Clarity is the first key to success. Clarify your intention. Sit down and think and write down your intention. What is my intention? What do I want to achieve, create, possess, manifest? Write down your intention. What is your intention? Clarify your intention. Clarify your intention. That's clarity. Clarify it. Clarify your intention in one sentence. Clarify it in one sentence. This is what I want to do. I like this. Am I close with this? In school, the smartest students were students who could write an essay, 5-page essays. Just keep dabbling and writing nonsense. If you sit with a man like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and you have to communicate your idea to them. If you don't communicate that idea in 2 minutes, at most 5 minutes, you'll be ushered out of that office. If you can be clear in one sentence. In business school, they give you there is this method, they call it the elevator method, that you make a pitch in an elevator. That, for instance, you're in a building and you're in the same elevator, you get into the same elevator with Jeff Bezos. The elevator pitch, you make an elevator pitch in 30 seconds or less than 30 seconds. Just state your idea in 30 seconds or less. If you cannot tell me what you want to do in 30 seconds or less, my friend, you have no idea what you're doing. You have no idea what you're doing. If you cannot state what you want to do in 5 lines, this is what I want to do, 5 lines or less, you have no idea what you want to do. So you have to have clarity, know exactly, this is what I want to do. This is the direction I'm going with my life. Now, you might not know the 1,000 steps to get you there, but you know this is what I want to do. And you start moving in that direction. I want you to go check out go to my website, youwillbefine.org, and get my book, Life on Your Own Terms. Get my book, Finding Direction. I have some other books that start with What You Have from Where You Are. I have the book I'm talking about now, Clarity. You can get that book. You can get my book, Action. I have lots of books there. I have many books there. Drive. I have many books. You will be fine.org. I think the link will be somewhere in this video. I want you to go and and check out those books, and let the books be a blessing to you. I want you to join me, if you can, every night at about this time for the next 30 days. I'm going to be talking about the laws of success to empower you, to strengthen you, to sharpen your skills so that you can produce great and awesome results. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. The Lord bless you. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.